Thank you for watching my cover of Drum Go Dumb and my first Just Dance cover ever. The choreo was so much fun to learn and perform. I could probably watch the dancer for Kaisa all day and wonder how she makes the moves look so good. I actually used to do dance covers myself once upon a time and haven't done one in several years. So for this video, I hauled out my 10-year-old clothes and 10-year-old makeup and huffed and puffed my way through, so hopefully it turned out okay. To be honest, I would have loved to do at least a couple more takes, partly because the floor was so slippery, but first of all, I ran out of time. And second of all, though I hate to admit it, I currently don't have that kind of stamina. I pretty much ran out of energy about a third of the way through this take, which was tough to face because one of my favorite quotes from a dance teacher I had in college was, "You can always move faster." What that means is, even if you're at a point where you think you can't possibly move any faster, your muscles feel dead, you just have to flip that mental switch and you can do it. Because really, 70% of making it through a tough choreo is mental. Now, I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent here, but I'm relatively new to Just Dance. 2020 was my first version, and I love it. Dancing was and is one of my greatest passions. But back then, after graduating from college several years ago and focusing on work, I thought my dancing days were over. It wasn't like my goal was ever to become a professional dancer. However, no joke, when I hadn't been dancing for a few years, I would actually have dreams at night of dancing and choreographing again. Probably because I missed it so much and was in prolonged dance withdrawal. Finding Just Dance last year completely changed that for me. I can't even really describe how right it feels to be reconnected with my passion. And the cherry on top for me is I could do Just Dance in the comfort of my own home, given how out of shape and rusty I've become. Eventually, I even started entertaining the idea of maybe sporadically posting covers during my spare time, like this one, for fun, kind of similar to what I used to do. I thought maybe I could do a really scaled down version of what Just Dance icons Avery and Dina do. However, the reason I finally pushed myself to actually make this cover happen, and why this may be my one and only Just Dance cover for a while, is because I was recently diagnosed with breast cancer. After I learned of my diagnosis, suddenly getting this video done became a top priority for me. I had very little time. I actually filmed this cover of Drum Go Dumb 2 weeks ago when I had a couple of free days that were after a week of work and before my fertility team told me I could no longer exercise. I frantically cleaned for an entire day, woke up the next day with full body muscle aches, then filmed that night. I knew I didn't have time to do a perfect job, even though I have a tendency to nitpick myself. After filming, I quickly became more and more bloated from fertility injections every night. And then a couple of days later, I got my port placed next to what I like to call a Just Dance arm, so that got knocked out. But circling back, I have had to come to terms with the fact that even if it's possible to overcome mental barriers, I still have to face my physical ones. And hey, it really doesn't have to be perfect. And though I wish it were different, not being able to dance now is not the end. So I've delayed uploading this video, not only because I had to figure out things like how to record myself on the Switch, and edit videos, and all those behind the scenes technicalities, but I still procrastinated a lot on filming this reflection part of the video. I hadn't expected to feel this cruddy for the last couple of weeks, for one. I still feel pretty bloated. I have some ascites from my egg retrieval. But today is a special day because it was my first day of chemo. So I was like, screw it. No matter how I feel, I'll just finish the video today too. And here we are. I'm glad I'm finally doing it because in a lot of ways, filming this part is way harder than filming the dance part. But just to wrap up, I am so grateful for all the support I've already gotten from family, friends, colleagues, and most of all, my MVP forever and my rock, my husband. Thank you all so much. And for anyone watching, I hope you enjoyed this video. And thank you for sticking around to the end. To any dancers at heart out there like me, please keep dancing. Don't give up because of work or age or whatever else like I did for a while. If it's what you love, you can find a way. Because you never know what can happen to you in life. Meanwhile, I will see you all next time on the other side of cancer. Peace.